Sarina, Sat Sri Akal, Namaskar, Adab, Jai Shri Krishna, Jambasana, very warm good afternoon to another show with Dr. Manjit Kaur, always bringing topics concerned with our community. A topic I'm bringing today is for the communities across the globe. This is not hitting one community. This is not hitting one age gender. This is not hitting, children only. It's adults. It is a topic that has been discussed across every media, that drugs and intake of drugs in Punjab, in UK, in Europe, in Canada is at its highest. It has destroyed lives. It is destroying lives. It is creating a vacuum for those parents who have gone through pain to see their children go to their downest in their times, and we're up to 40 on average deaths every 2 weeks are loss of our young children in Punjab every 14 days. What is going wrong? I'm here to discuss this topic, which is very close to my heart, even in my clinics where I treat, where I diagnose, where I detox, where I energize my patients, give them that hope and drive. I've got an amazing, inspiring, a motivational speaker, an international speaker, a trainer, a coacher, a writer, an author. I've run out of words. Mark Stephen Fuller is in my studio today to discuss drugs. He's very passionate and close to the topic. He's here to share his story. Good afternoon.
Hi, Dr. Manjit Kaur.
Thank you so much for coming on time. All the way from West Midlands. Thank you so much. And we've met many times, and thank you for taking my offer. Mark, drugs in India are ruining youngsters' lives. 15 years ago, I was in India, in Barusab and in Chima, which is a town down south of India, where I was talking to children as young as 12 to the oldest drug intaker, 85, in drug addiction centers. It now daunts me and it haunts me that this subject has only become more intense and more severe, and the drug peddlers and the drug pushers in India targeting this mostly for youngsters and the Sikh community, which is the Punjabi community here in Little Southall, which is like Little India, is a huge problem. Mark, this is not only a problem in India, this is a problem in UK schools, this is a problem in universities. If you do not tell your children, this is a problem at work pressures, this is a problem for older people, and there is no age gender. Mark, you are an inspiration to your story. What was having a wonderful childhood and a background that was balanced? Something in school from the age of 5 to 15 changed you, and you realized you were being bullied, your identity was not being accepted, you were supposed to stand up for yourself, and there was something you took comfort to. Tell us more.
Well, thank you for inviting me onto your show today, Dr. Manjit Kaur.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone watching, and thank you to Channel Akaal asking me to come on to the show today.
Yes.
My childhood was really hard. I got bullied from primary school for about the way I looked and about my sexuality before I knew it myself. And that led to me having really low self-esteem. And then I went to secondary school and I started to play up to calm the bullying down. And I went on to have a lot of cosmetic procedures due to my low self-esteem as well, Dr. Manjit Kaur, because of all the bullying. It was like the wounds had healed,
Sure.
but the scars were very still much there.
Wow. Wow.
So I got through school by playing up to make people laugh, to calm down the bullying, but my education really suffered.
Sure.
And when I left school at the age of 15, I started drug taking. And it started...
Was that to kill your pain, or was that to drown your sorrows?
I'd just become out of control. I didn't have no direction for the future. I didn't really have an education. I didn't really know what I wanted to do with my life. And it was very low self-esteem. So I chose drugs as a way out of my reality. And just a way to have fun to start with. It just started off with very soft drugs like speed and cannabis. But as you know, it was a downward spiral. And by the age of 18, I started on stronger drugs.
Yeah, let me relate that now to my viewers in Punjabi. So, ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਮੇਰੀਆਂ ਭੈਣਾਂ ਵੀਰਾਂ ਦਾ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਅਤੀ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਔਰ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਜੀ ਆਇਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਨਸ਼ਾ ਹੈ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਹੁਤ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਖਾਣੇ ਆ there's addiction of tea, there's addiction of coffee, there's addiction of chocolates, there's addiction of sugar. Yes, these affect your health. Yes, these cause you cravings, and yes, these cause you illnesses at a later stage. Even tea can affect your nervous system, and coffee can attack your nervous system. ਇਹ ਵੀ ਇੱਕ ਨਸ਼ਾ ਆ. So, ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੈਸ਼ਨੂ ਹੈ ਔਰ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤਧਾਰੀ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਚਾਹ ਦੇ ਅਮਲੀ ਹੈ ਇਹ ਇੱਕ ਨਸ਼ਾ ਹੈ because it's a caffeine ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੀਆਂ ਨਾੜੀਆਂ nervous system works and if you don't have it you go jittery. ਨਸ਼ਾ ਔਰ drugs ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਿ ਕਹਿ ਲਓ ਫੀਮ ਹੈ ਕੋਕੇਨ ਹੈ ਚਿੱਟਾ ਹੈ ਔਰ ਇਸ ਤੋਂ ਇਲਾਵਾ ਇਸ ਯੂਕੇ ਦੀ ਕੰਟਰੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਐਸਟੀਸੀ ਹੈਰੋਇਨ ਵੀ ਮਿਲਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਔਰ ਮੈਂ obviously ਮੇਰਾ ਅਫਸੋਸ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੀ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ for our youngsters ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਟਾਰਗੇਟ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਸਮੇਂ ਤੋਂ ਇਹ ਡੈਥਸ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਹੁਣ ਦੇਖ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ these are not overnight deaths, these are children who are already on drugs and now had taken the highest doses to drop dead and up to an average I know that in the month of June ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤਕਰੀਬਨ 47 to 50 deaths ਹੋ ਰਹੀਆਂ ਸੀ every 2 weeks if my figures are right ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਅੱਜ ਮਾਰਕ ਨਾਲ ਇੱਕ ਇਹਦੇ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਦਾ ਖੋਲ ਰਹੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਨਾ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਖੁਦ ਬਚਪਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੁਲਿੰਗ ਹੋ ਰਹੀ ਸੀ ਸਕੂਲ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਧੱਕਾਸ਼ਾਹੀ ਹੋ ਰਹੀ ਸੀ ਤੇ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਦੇ ਸਰੀਰ ਨੂੰ ਪਸੰਦ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ ਸੀ ਰੈਕਗਨਾਈਜ਼ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ ਸੀ ਇਹਦੀ ਪੜ੍ਹਾਈ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਮੀ ਪੈ ਗਈ ਐਂਡ ਦੈਨ 15 ਸਾਲ ਦੀ ਉਮਰ ਤੇ at 15 years ਇਹਨੇ ਨਸ਼ੇ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰਤੇ ਔਰ ਨਸ਼ੇ ਵੱਧਦੇ ਰਹੇ ਔਰ ਸੁਣੋ ਕਹਾਣੀ ਇਹਦੇ ਸਿੰਪਟਮਸ ਕੀ ਹੈ Mark will tell us. Mark, starting on the softer drugs, obviously they also lead to mood changes which I need to make my viewers aware that if their child's behavior has changed at home, if your child has started sleeping a lot, he's not attending school or she, or they are not eating or loss of appetite, these all resonate with drugs. At the age of 15 you started with softer drugs, but did you start seeing there was changes in your moods, in your personality?
It took a short while before I did start to get affected, but I'd say after about 6 to 12 months of taking drugs on a weekend and it's building up in the time and amounts I was taking of the drugs, I noticed my mood started to change.
Yes.
I became a little bit angry inside and I started to get headaches.
Yes.
I lost a lot of weight.
Yes.
I mean, when I was 16, I remember I started to phone in sick at work a lot after a certain amount of time because...
Oh, so you already started doing part-time work?
Yes, I went straight into hairdressing when I was 16.
Okay.
And my body started to suffer. I went really, really thin, really cheeky, really bad mood.
Yes.
Didn't really consider other people and really lost hell of a lot of weight.
Yeah. So ਨਸ਼ੇ ਲੈਣ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵਾਕ ਕਹਿ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਕਿ ਕਿਹੜੇ ਨਸ਼ਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦੇਖਣੇ ਪੈਂਦੇ ਨੇ ਸਿਗਨਲਸ ਕਿ ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਬੱਚਾ ਸੌਣ ਬਹੁਤ ਲੱਗ ਪਿਆ ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ ਉਹ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਕਹਿਣ ਲੱਗ ਪਿਆ ਮੈਂ ਸਕੂਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾਣਾ ਜਾਂ ਕੁੜੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾ ਰਹੀ this nasha is not affecting boys only, it's affecting girls as well. Chandigarh where girls are tooting and smoking and taking drugs, it's shocking that this was even for a girl to smoke cigarettes in Punjab was unthinkable. But now Punjab is ridden with this situation which is causing a huge problem and a trauma. So ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਹਿਣ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿ ਭੁੱਖ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੱਗਦੀ ਬੱਚਾ ਸੋਏਗਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਭਾਰ ਘਟਦਾ ਕ੍ਰੋਧ ਗੁੱਸਾ and ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ introvert behavior, not socializing much ਹੈ ਨਾ ਪਰ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੋਈ ਸੀਗੀ from party drugs which is called in gigs ਵਗੈਰਾ ਭੰਗੜੇ ਵਗੈਰਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ introduce ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ. But Mark, do you realize these drug peddlers pick up a person who looks the weakest and they try to friend you on a very friendly face and you say, hey, that's a really nice friend. And then they find your soft spot and start pushing this. Is that right?
It's sad that they're picking on 12-year-olds or younger when they're so vulnerable.
Yes.
Because at that age, they haven't really got their own mind by then. They're not adults to think for themselves.
Yes.
So that is so sad that they're picking on vulnerable people because the thing is with drugs, once you start taking heavy drugs, they're hard to kick, and they're going to depend on those drug dealers, the drug pushers. They're going to completely depend on those people. So that is a really sad situation.
So initially, through friendship, they give you something to say, oh, buddy, just take a little bit, you'll feel better. And you think he's your best friend. He's the friend that you found who's giving you love or passion. And from there on, the second and the third, the fourth, the money demand starts coming through. They need value for that product they're giving you, correct?
It's just a downward spiral from there, isn't it? And you just don't know what kind of abuse is going on to those young children as well.
So it could be mental, it could be physical, it could be also, or touching them on their sexuality as well, or saying they'll report them, or, they will take a video, and this drives them to panic, and they then stay in that circle of friends, thinking this is their real family, and they've already deserted their true families, yeah? But looking at the symptoms, you said downhill spiral. When you went on to cocaine and heroin, again, your personality was another change? There was another leaf on your life, isn't it?
Yes, it's a whole new level. So by the age of 21, I started taking crack cocaine to start with, and it is so addictive.
Yes.
As soon as you've tried it once, you just want more and more and more. And after you start taking crack cocaine, there becomes a point where you need heroin to bring you down from that high. And that's how I started taking heroin.
So crack cocaine gives you that high adrenaline. You're buzzing. Your sleep is even much more reduced.
You don't sleep. You can't sleep.
Cocaine, you don't. What happened with heroin then?
Heroin brings you down, and it kind of knocks you out.
So what was your sleeping on a regular 24 hours pattern? How many hours were you sleeping?
If I was taking heroin, that would send me into sleep.
For
but
18 hours of the day?
I wouldn't say I was sleeping for that long, no. I was getting quite little sleep because you'd wake up early to take more crack cocaine.
Yeah.
It did become bad, but I did never inject drugs. I just want to say there is a difference because some people inject and other people smoke it. I only went down the route of smoking it. Some people do inject drugs.
Yeah. So Mark ਦਾ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਕਿ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਸਿਰਫ ਉਹਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਧੂਆਂ ਸੀਗਾ ਉਹ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਤੇ ਜਾਂ ਇੱਕ ਫੋਇਲ ਤੇ ਉਹ ਕਰਕੇ ਉਹਦੀ ਧੂਈ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਆ ਪਰ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਨਾੜੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਨਹੀਂ ਲਾਇਆ ਸੋ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਮਾਪਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਦੁੱਖ ਹੈ ਪੀੜ ਹੈ ਅੱਜ ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਹੰਝੂ ਆ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਅੱਜ ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਇੱਕ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਦਾ ਪਨਾ ਖੋਲਦਾ that's causing you pain grief but I'm sorry this is reality into the second half I will take you into the journey how Mark explored and created himself of what he is today. Stay tuned.